Welcome back to Alien Wisconsin. As we approach the upcoming congressional UFO hearing on November 13th, Wisconsin's Representative Glenn Grothman and South Carolina's Nancy Mace are set to chair the pivotal Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Exposing the Truth joint hearing. Today, we'll break down what you need to know. Last year's UFO hearing was the first of its kind in over 50 years, and it was the most watched government hearing of all time. It did leave more questions than answers, though, and perhaps this hearing may confirm that we are not alone in the universe. Our Constitution requires the U.S. House of Representatives to oversee government agencies, laws, and spending. This hearing is in part because credible complaints from journalists and whistleblowers state that secret federal research programs on UAPs are not disclosed to the American public. The short version is Congress believes a government agency is breaking the law by withholding information and lying about how it is spending its funds. The U.S. government no longer uses the common term UFO. They say UAP, or Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. They mean the same thing. Congress also wants to address the problem of overclassification because members of Congress have been shut out of classified documents that could help clear up these UFO mysteries. So what happens at these hearings? These are bipartisan hearings, meaning that Democrats and Republicans will be there. And unlike most hearings, the two parties seem to cooperate on this issue. I can promise you that aliens aren't Democrats or Republicans. Speaking of aliens, that's another word you usually won't hear. Much like UFO has been replaced by UAP, alien has been replaced by the term NHI, or non-human intelligence. As far as I can tell, one big difference on the term is that NHI could include the idea of an artificial intelligence. Maybe UFOs are being controlled by an alien version of ChatGPT or Siri or something. Another important thing to remember is that the witnesses are under oath, meaning if they lie, they could be placed in jail. Members of Congress can ask them anything they want, but because this is open to the public, they can't share classified information, which can be extremely frustrating to watch. Incredible things can still happen, though. During last year's UFO hearing, the internet exploded with the exchange between witness David Grush and Representative Nancy Mace. This is the alien bodies video that caused much of America to take notice.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Who are these four expert witnesses? 2 are from the military, and 2 are civilians. Luis Elizondo is a former U.S. Department of Defense official and worked for AATIP, a branch of the Pentagon that studied UFOs. Elizondo is a prominent voice in UFO discussions, appearing frequently in the media, and is the New York Times best-selling author of Imminent, Inside the Pentagon's Hunt for UFOs. His insights will likely challenge our understanding of government interactions with UFOs. Our next witness is Dr. Tim Gallaudet. He's a retired Rear Admiral and former Deputy Administrator of NOAA. Gallaudet offers a unique perspective with his combined military and scientific expertise in oceanography. Expect him to discuss the less explored naval encounters with UFOs. Gallaudet has made public claims that there are UFOs underwater and says he has the data to back it up. Now for our 2 civilians. Michael Gold. He's a former NASA employee who works at a company that makes parts for the space industry. He has a specialty in government and private industry contracts. He might be the dark horse of all the witnesses. He has made the least public comments, and nobody knows what he's going to say. Our last, but certainly not least, witness is Michael Shellenberger, an environmental thinker and journalist. Shellenberger stumbled upon the UFO issue while researching nuclear power. Last month, his investigative work led to the exposure of Immaculate Constellation, a covert UFO crash retrieval program that has been hidden from Congress and the public. This might have been the straw that broke the camel's back and forced Congress to have this hearing. Shellenberger claims Immaculate Constellation is a large, sprawling program that is extremely expensive, a violation of congressional power. You might wonder what happens after this testimony. Unfortunately, government is slow at everything, even UFOs. But there is still progress. We got 2 UFO bills this year. Senator Schumer's UAP Disclosure Act and Representative Glenn Grothman's Safe Airspace for Americans. Both bills were based on testimony from these hearings, but neither has passed. Now you are caught up to speed and ready to watch the UFO hearings. If you could ask these witnesses a question, what would you ask? Share in the comments section below, and the best question will get a surprise in a future episode of Alien Wisconsin. Also, I will be live streaming the event. See the link in the comments section to watch the hearing with me.